So, I've done a lot of running in my day. I've done a lot of races, cross country, track, road racing. I guess that's all I've done. But you do enough of those and you start to pick up on some patterns. You get the same type of music playing at every race. You get the same types of sponsors at every race, and a lot of different things are the same at each of these races. So, my friends who live in New York City start posting pictures of this race that I've never seen before. It starts on a sidewalk and finishes next to a traffic intersection. And look, no disrespect to local road races. I love them. I love that people like them. I love that so many people come out to do them. But you see enough people drinking beer and eating free pizza at 7:45 in the morning, and you kind of just start to question if there's a better way that this could exist. And that's what made this OSR race so appealing. So OSR, short for Orchard Street Runners, was founded by Joe Denodo. I don't know when he started it. I don't know why he started it. But the people who do it are united by a love of the simplicity of running and racing, running fast. There's no finisher medals. There's no finisher t-shirts even. It's get from this point to this point as fast as you can. And you can figure out how to navigate and how to do it. And this race was unique in the sense that it had a little prologue, which was a 0.8 mile loop around a park. It wasn't closed off or anything. I mean, there's a birthday party and there's a bottle of Hennessy in the sidewalk, and people are literally jumping over this thing as there's a guy trying to grab it without getting run over. I don't know why he didn't wait 25 seconds. Well, I guess maybe we were gonna kick it over, but we were very respectful, and we all jumped over it. So anyway, the 0.8 mile prologue happens, and then you have this thing called a manifest, which is basically a piece of paper, and you have to get it signed at each of the checkpoints. So there's 4 checkpoints throughout Brooklyn, which is a borough in New York City, for anyone who didn't know that. So you're running around, phone in one hand, manifest in another hand, or in your shorts, which is where I had them, and it got really sweaty and was crumbling, and people are just signing the little sliver that's left. You try and figure out the best way to get to each of the checkpoints, and you try and get there as fast as possible, and you try not to get hit by any cars along the way. I didn't get hit by any cars, and I didn't get terribly lost, but I didn't get there as fast as possible because I didn't win the race. But that was fine. That was just a secondary goal compared to getting lost and not getting hit by cars. It's such a gnarly race. You're literally hurdling dog leashes and weaving in and out of traffic. That's not an exaggeration. There was a section of the race where the guys that I was running behind were basically running on the white dotted line, and the cars were running this way. They weren't going fast. It was kind of a traffic jam, but that's the shortest route. That's what somebody's going to take it. And once somebody takes it, you have to follow that because you're going to give up an advantage. You're going to give up however many meters that they're cutting off that you're adding on by running on the sidewalk. It gets pretty gnarly pretty quick. I kind of got my ass kicked, which is kind of expected, but no complaints from me about the race and how it went. I was happy to be a part of it and happy to enjoy it. It will not be my last OSR race. I don't live in New York, so it's going to require some travel at some point in the future, but it was a race like no other, and I can say that pretty comfortably. The most similar race I did to it was when I was going for a run, and this kid was like, "Hey, I'll race you to the end of the road right there," and I raced him. that's basically what this kind of race is. Except you have a piece of paper when you get to the end of the road, and somebody signs it and says you were here, and then you got to race to another end of the road. Congrats to the winner, Kyle Price. I don't know him, but he did a good job of navigating and running fast and not getting hit by cars. Yeah. Joe, you doing a good thing? So David Trimble, he is definitely an underrated character in this whole OSR scene because he designed the course. He designed the checkpoints and made them all work out to be 10K, even though there was definitely a shorter route. But yeah, respect to him, and thanks to the volunteers who were signing pieces of paper. I'm sorry my paper was so sweaty and crumpled, but you guys handled it like champions. So yeah, thanks to the OSR community, and thanks for having me, and I will be back someday. Maybe I'll be a little fitter next time, and hopefully a little more aware of the streets. So we'll catch you next time. If you live in New York, you should definitely be running these races. Nothing else I gotta say. Thanks.